To a guy who has been a big game impactor since he has found his way into the Lakers rotation, Jordan Goodwin. In his return to the lineup after missing the previous 3 games with an ankle sprain, he scored 6 points, had a steal, and it was a +6. So that takes us to Big Shots Breakdown, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good times.
You're going to break down.
You going to the wall?
Get out of the way, man. Get out of the way. I'm about to talk about this Jordan Goodwin. I said it's Jordan with a good win. Yeah. All right, this guy's playing some good winning basketball right here. Look, good defense, good offense. It's everything he does. But in this clip, we can show him like coming off this dribble week. This is a perfect thing. You always want to get to the middle of the floor to try to make things happen. Right here, he gets to the middle of the floor. What is he going to do? He kind of spins. Who had this in his game? We didn't know. Now a little nice step back, no fear, no problem. Bucket right there. And right here now, it's like, it's what I like. He knew the spacing. He came out like, I know it's not my position to get back, but the guards always takes the ball from big because when they get a rebound, they feel like the job is done. They relax. Zubac relax with Goodwin. Give me your cookies. Now here, look, he's in the corner. Look, he's waiting. He says, give me the rock. Give me the rock. He's in position to shoot. And that's what you have to be ready to shoot at all times because you never know when you're going to get the rock. Here is a good screen by him or LeBron. Look, that get to your spot. You know what I like best about this? He's not like most NBA players. Now, they think they're cool where they stay 5 feet behind the three-point line, but not him. He know the percentages are better closer to the line. He takes that shot and knocks it down. Everything he's doing is fundamentally sound. Everything he do is great for the team, and I'm so happy he's back, and I'm so happy he's playing very well for the LA Lakers.
I loved what you said. Good winning basketball.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah, I know.
Well played. Okay, wow, I know. Having said that, the Lakers have been playing great defense with a healthy roster, and especially without a healthy roster, you're going to have to continue to hang your hat on that end of the floor. You see it right here. They're holding the best defensive rating in the league since February 1st. And the Cavs, the Thunder, they are the #1 seeds in each respective conference, of course. So that just tells you how great they have been. How about Jordan Goodwin and Trey Jemison III and just their impact, Bress?
Yeah, Allie, you're talking about 2 players who just a couple months ago, they were playing in the G League. In fact, Trey was playing not for the Lakers G League team, whereas Jordan has been with the South Bay Lakers for a little while, and they have really played their way into this rotation, understandably so. Really impressed by Jordan Goodwin. He's had a few stops with a few different teams. It's never quite stuck, but I feel like he has found a home here. Tough nose. He's willing to stick his face in there and just do whatever he has to do defensively. Is he going to play without the mask today? I'm telling you, I told this story last week. I was walking through the Laker locker room, and I was like, who's this guy? I'd never seen him without the mask. So maybe he's going to ditch the mask tonight. He's been wearing it for a few weeks. Mask or no mask, Rob, he's been great.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. You didn't know who he was.
I'm like, who's that guy?
2 words come to mind with Goodwin. Hungry and opportunity. He's hungry to be in the NBA, and boy, he's got an opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. He's tough. He's tough as nails. He's one of these players that, GMs are looking at, and they're saying, boy, I wouldn't mind getting a look at this guy. He's proven that he can play defense. He's one of those guys that, he's tough on defense. He's pesty. He's got good hands, and he can knock down a 3. He's very solid fundamentally.
Yeah, for me, I just like the way he comes out and plays smart basketball. So many times when guys are trying to make a roster or they're trying to get noticed, they do too much. If you watch this guy, he does exactly what the team needs. He plays really pesky defense, like you said, but then he gets to his spots. Like in that last shot, I was so proud of him because he knows what to do. If that had been anybody else, I'm not going to call no names on this team, they'd have probably been like 3 feet behind the 3. Like, look how far I can shoot. Dude, no, not with him. He says the percentages go up the closer you are to the line. So this guy is just, a really good basketball player.
Doing it as a collective, next man up mentality. And it includes both of those guys, especially during the stretch. We're getting closer to tip-off. Mike mentioned it. Alex Len will make his first start as a member of the Lakers. He's only played in 4 games since joining the Lakers a month ago. And next, Austin Reaves is no stranger to leading the team to wins when other players are out. He scored a career-high 45 points against the Pacers earlier this season. Mike goes one-on-one with AR when we come back. Access brought to you by Spectrum tonight, taking on the Nets. Thursday, front end of a back-to-back, taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Then they're in Denver on Friday. Sunday, return home, taking on the Phoenix Suns. Another back-to-back, home versus the Spurs on Monday. Earlier, Mike caught up with Austin Reaves.
Austin, I was just watching you go through your warm-up routine. You start next to the hoop, which was heartening to see because kids sometimes feel like everyone wants to be Steph. They're going out to the three-point line. Your routine, did your parents, who are both hoopers, kind of integrate you into something like that? Or how did you develop your pregame shot routine?
It's changed over the years, but like you said, at a young age, my parents didn't allow me to shoot threes, partially because I wasn't strong enough. But I bet if you watch Steph warm up, he does some, form shooting. So, if you're watching this, kids, start by the basket and then work your way out.
There you go. Always helping the kids. Your brother's a shooter. Spencer, I saw a couple of clips of him playing in Germany. What's the latest with his career? I feel like we don't ask you about that enough.
Yeah, no, he's been playing really well. He's just super proud of him. Just, he's been over there. Was started in Spain, was in Spain for like 4 years, and it's been in Germany for 3 years. He's had a really good year this year. He had 37 the other day, 33. They won their cup game. So big shout out to him. He's one of the biggest reasons I'm where I'm at. I'm happy to see him, continue to get better and, continue to, prove people wrong.
I lived in Cologne, Germany for 5 months one summer, so I'll have to talk to him at some point about that. All right, moving forward to today's game, Austin, we know you're pretty shorthanded. The entire starting front court is out. So is DFS. Everyone says the next man up thing, but for this specific game, how do you kind of overcome that? What are the things that are most important?
Yeah, I think we just got to buy into what the schemes are and just play the game the right way. I talk about that all the time. You're never going to feel, obviously Brian's shoes, but, those other guys' shoes as well with one person. You got to collectively do that as a group. So looking forward to that challenge, and I think it'll help us in the long haul if we can continue to get better and keep winning games like this.
Last one for you. We know LeBron's going to be out for a little bit here. Is there a part of you, though, just thinking about playing with Luka and continuing to develop your chemistry? How is that important, and what are you looking forward to about that?
Oh, it's very important. I don't know how many games we've played together. It feels like a lot, but not a lot at the same time. So it's just still time for us to, continue to grow the relationship on the court, off the court, and just learn, how to play with one another. Kind of where the spacing, he likes when he drives, what he likes on cuts and stuff. So, just continuing to grow that relationship. It's going to be fun. He's a hell of a player and, a hell of a guy. So, can't wait to go to battle with him.
All right. Thanks for the time, Austin.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Great interview there, and great to see that Austin's brother is doing well overseas. I'll start with you and go around the horn. What'd you see from Austin in Boston? Nice bounce back game.
I think for him, it's just, not pressing. I think when he comes back from a game, he tries to press to get back into, his rhythm. In that game, he just kind of let the game flow and the game come to him. And the thing about Austin, we talk about it so much, his ability to stay under control, get and wants, and do things of that nature. But in this game, he said, you know what, I'm just taking what's given to me. And I think that was because, if you really think about it, the Boston Celtics had a really good defense. And for him to come out of that rhythm against a team that has great defense shows that he's back on tilt, and hopefully he'll stay on track for this next game.
And he also was challenged on the other end in the Boston game. He had to spend a lot of energy on Brown and Tatum and White, anyone to try to ISO and go at him. So only a second game back, he had to spend a lot of energy on the defensive end. But I agree with Rob. He was gradually getting his offensive game back. And when you have the kind of offense that he has, he can put a lot of pressure on defenses. But yeah, he's always sought after, trying to, go one-on-one against him. And those are the things he's got to watch out for.
Good news for AR, even though the Lakers are shorthanded. Brooklyn doesn't care about defense. So it'll be fun to see him go against his old buddy, DAngelo Russell, as well. James, you were just talking during the commercial how they were golfing friends. And it'll be fun to see those two go head-to-head. D'Lo's had a okay run since he was traded to Brooklyn a few months ago. Not shooting the three ball that well. Had a great game last time out against Houston. So it'll be fun to see if there's just a little talk between those two, maybe even a little side bet that we don't know anything about and probably would never know anything about, too.
They don't care about defense. They play defense like press.
They don't play bet in the NBA, man. That's illegal. You cannot bet.
No, just a little, lunch or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friendly wager.
Yeah.
Friendly. What's going to make and allow Austin and Luka to work, especially during this stretch with no LeBron?
I think their ability to get to the hole. And if you watch both these guys, I think now that we have these two guys on the same team, they're the and-one masters. Luka can slow his momentum down, and all of a sudden you're playing faster than him, jumping higher than him, but he's still able to get you off your feet and one. And AR's a little different. He doesn't really slow down. He kind of goes into you, causes a contact, and goes to the free throw line. The best thing for a team that's not good playing defensively is to be in attack mode. Don't do like we did against freaking Charlotte and shoot a bunch of threes on a team that can't play defense. Be on attack mode because they're either going to let you get to the basket because they don't play defense, or they're going to foul you and put you at the line. So that's what both these guys, AR and Luka, do at their best.
Yeah, Luka and LeBron were starting to understand how to play with one another. You know, Luka knew when to give it up to LeBron. LeBron, that was a good thing. LeBron was really relaxed when he didn't have the ball and playing off ball. So I think Luka's going to have to do that with Reaves as well. You know, he can't take on the whole responsibility of handling the ball all the time when he knows he's got a responsible ball handler and decision maker, someone that the Lakers have been relying on really for the last couple of years, and can get the job done. He can draw fouls. You know, they have similar, concepts when it comes to getting into the lane, getting to a body, getting the foul. So Luka's got to understand every now and then, give it to Reaves, and then he can play off ball a little bit tonight.
Brooklyn, 23rd defensive rating. Just looked it up for you, Rob. Not very good. So fire away, guys. Have fun.
Are you saying Rob and I can go out there and get 30?
Absolutely, yeah. Couple
Austin's
10-day contracts.
Aware, too. Back on January 17, he had 38 versus the Nets.
There you go.
See if he can do it again. Tip-off is minutes away. Don't look at me like that, Rob. DAngelo Russell went for 19 and 8 in his first game against the Lakers after being traded. He gets another crack at him, this time in Brooklyn. Take your shot is next. Welcome back. The Lakers have been winning the games they are supposed to this season. They're 21 and 10 against teams that are below 500. That mark would be even better if 3 out of their last 4 losses weren't against the Sixers, Jazz, and Hornets. You also love to see that 19 and 12 versus teams above 500. Big game. Got to be ready for DAngelo Russell, no matter what. Feels like he's got more freedom playing in Brooklyn. What? Yeah. He said that.
I know. I was so glad that he actually said that. Yeah, you got more freedom to lose,
He's got freedom. He's got freedom. Braves has already stated that they don't play defense.
That's right.
And he's playing against his old buddies, his old, friend Reaves. Yeah, he's going to try to drop something. No doubt.
And plus, he's really mad because he didn't hit that game winner against us, and Austin didn't have 38 in that game. So, you know what? I think they should really put Vando on him, just lock him up and say, shut it all down so you don't even get going, man. Because, this is a revenge game.
And LeBron didn't make the trip. Did LeBron make the trip?
Yeah.
He did make the trip? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to try to show out.
Oh, yeah. A big picture, keep in mind for D'Lo, contract year. This is it. So he wants to go out with a flourish. It's not really been happening, though. He's not shooting the 3 real well, like we covered earlier. I figured when Brooklyn picked him up.
That's a throwback.
I know, right? He'd get like 19 points a game, 8 or 9 assists per game, something like that. And it just hasn't happened for him. You see the numbers right there, the 32% from 3-point range. And it's gone down a little bit, maybe because he's not playing with guys of the caliber of LeBron or AD. Brooklyn, obviously, in a rebuild mode.
Certainly have that nothing to lose mentality. They've lost 7 straight.
Yep.
It's something you certainly have to guard against, what can be the toughest thing?
Mental toughness is the biggest part because you're going in here, you're like, okay, we can beat this team. But I think the best thing is them losing LeBron, so they have to really be mentally prepared. But a lot of times you play these teams that are subpar like this, you think you can take bad shots because it's not going to hurt you on the other end. We just saw this, you just mentioned, with the Jazz and then with Charlotte. So hopefully they be mentally prepared and come out and take this serious because every NBA team can beat you.
Mike Trudell mentioned it. Are you ready to see it? Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this one. Again, a very heavy injury report for the Lakers. Has you with Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, Gabe Vincent. You got the rookie Dalton Connect and Alex Len.
Laying in a black jersey. What's up with that?
First start. Yeah, he's got his Kings jersey on still. We got to fix that. The Nets rolling with D'Lo, Johnson, Zaire Williams, Cameron Johnson, and Nick Claxton. It is time for Take Your Shot. It's brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. You each are going to pick a Laker that you think will impact this game and tell us how. Big game. They're going with Austin Reaves.
Yeah, going with Austin Reaves. And we've already talked about how significant he is, especially in a game like this when there's LeBron missing, other players are missing. He loves the big stage. Not that he loves the big stage too much, but he knows how to play the game. And can rise to the occasion. So, third game back, Rez, since his injury.
Yep.
So, he's gotten over that first game, second game, getting his stamina back. And tonight, I think is a must win. He'll be ready to lead.
I took Gabe Vincent for two reasons. Number one reason is I was at the game last night. He came over to say hi to me. So thank you for saying hi to me, Gabe. Second reason is because he likes to step up in big stages like here when one of the guys are out. Now you got LeBron out. He's able to step up, get more opportunities to score because he's such a team guy that when he has the opportunity to play, he plays. When he has other big guys, you do your thing. And plus, you remember in the show the other night, JJ said, yo, I knew you were going to hit a big shot. So that's my guy for the night.
You didn't have your mask on. He recognized you.
Just
kidding.
Dog Connect, Allie. I really was going to take Luka Doncic here to leave you with nobody, but I went with the Dog Connect. They need his shooting. They need his scoring. And Allie, we're actually pretty much out of time. You lucked out.
We don't. Bill McDonald, Stu Lance on the call. Billy Mack, take it away.
Let's go.
You're welcome,
All right, Allie, let's go.